Did you know that every day about 18 people are waiting for a second chance of life? That every person has the ability to give those people a miracle of that second chance, and that just one person had the ability to save up to 8 lives just by becoming an organ and tissue donor? Do you know that the number of people needing a transplant raises faster than the number of donors? There are more than 117,000 people on a waiting list in the United States. 18 of them will die every day, waiting for an organ transplant. In addition, about every 10 minutes someone will be added to that organ transplant waiting list. Thousands of people will die every year while waiting for that life-saving transplant because they cannot find a donor matching their needs. Alone in New York State, every 15 hours someone will die waiting for an organ transplant. There's a huge need for organ and tissue donors, and becoming one, you can help save one of those lives. Just one person can save up to 8 lives by donating their organs and tissues. Anybody can become a donor. There is no age limit, from a newborn to a senior citizen. We all can become donors. However, if you're under the age of 18, you first must have your parents' consent to become one. Most of us know donating a heart, liver, kidney, lungs, pancreas, or an intestine can save many lives. There are other tissues like a cornea or your skin that can be donated to give the miracle of life to someone. There are many confusing myths about organ tissue donation. For instance, that you have to be in perfect health to be a donor. That's a myth. You do not have to be in perfect health to donate your organs. The medical staff will make the decision what they can use and be suitable for transplant. The families that the donors will not be charged for donating. That is not true. The cost will go to the person receiving the organs. And one of the biggest myths or fears is that you are the donor, that the doctor will sign your death certificate too soon to get your organs. The fact is, doctors will do everything to save your life in an emergency, not someone else. There are many more myths and questions you might have while considering becoming a donor. However, do not let those myths and questions confuse you or even stop you becoming an organ and tissue donor. You can talk to your doctor. He or she will answer all your questions and your concern of becoming a donor. You can talk to your leader at your church before making that decisions. You might be surprised that most religions support organ and tissue donation as a charitable act of giving and love. You can go online and find plenty of information on becoming an organ and tissue donor. I did and found a lot of information and answer on how to become a tissue and organ donor. In addition, I had talked to my doctor and he answered all my questions and concerns. After a while, I made the decision to become an organ donor and tissue donor. And by making that decision, I have the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. Becoming an organ donor is easy and involves only a few steps. Next time you renew your driver's license, designate the choice to be an organ tissue donor on the back or on the front of your new license. Sign and carry a donor card and register with your state register. This can be found on the organdonor.gov. Let your family know that you are a donor. In some cases, the hospital will ask the next of kin before they remove your organs and tissues. However, in most states, this is not required if you are registered with your state donor registry. You can see that it's very easy to become a donor and that there are so many people waiting for that second chance. You can make a difference in someone's life and give the gift of life by registering and becoming an organ tissue donor.